Jokes. There was so many, the celebrities always in there. I see Kevin Hart, everyone. But yeah, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Double Down podcast. This is the podcast where we like to double down on our opinions. Craig, Mitch, Nick, Dream, and we've got another special guest, an absolute legend, pioneer in the UK scene. It's the one and only Ironik.
Yes, my guys. What's going on?
Round of applause.
Yes,
legendary.
That,
come on, G. It is Ironik now. It's not DJ Ironik.
Boy, I kind of run with both now, you know. Because if I'm doing a DJ set, people call me DJ Ironik, and more time people call me DJ Ironik anyway. But as an artist, like if I put out a single, it's just Ironik, innit? So
I hear that.
I'll just run with both now, bro. I
said you're a pioneer, yeah, and I don't use that term loosely because obviously there was people that came before you and you know laid groundworks like the likes of So Solid, More Fire, whatever. Dizzy, of course, Wiley. But I feel like I call you a pioneer because when I was growing up and I was in secondary school and grime was starting to really hit.
Beats.
Yeah, when grime was really starting to infiltrate like Nokia 6230s, the Sony Ericssons, people had the MP3s on their mobile phones.
It was
downloading instrumentals.
What? Yeah. I remember clearly having that. Do you remember that Sony Ericsson where it was like white and orange?
It was
like a Walkman Sony Ericsson phone.
Yeah.
I got that, right? Begs my mum for the contract, 24-month contract. I was like, I don't want to be locked in for 24 months. I'm like, please,
24.
everyone's got this phone, please. Actually, everyone had Nokias to be fair, but I was like, I want this phone, I want MP3.
But when that came out, it started getting lit. Like everyone was onto that because of the music and that. Everyone was like,
you'd have the headphones in. I'd be on the bus 232 to school. Big up Bishop Douglas. But yeah, I remember having one song specifically on there, right? And it was Double S versus Chipmunk
Playoffs.
Do you remember that song?
Yeah, I remember.
Now hear what I'm saying, yeah? That used to get rinsed every single day on the way to school.
Bro, I played that not long ago. I sent it to Chip, because Chip done Insta Live where he was going through all his old rhythms. I sent him a batch of them.
Did he perform that one?
I sent him. Nah, he didn't. But I sent that one to him. But yeah, that was a mad time. And you lot will know this proper. A lot of people remember some of these songs because you lot are from North, innit? So some people who are from South and that might not remember, but these are some big rhythms in
What?
London.
Yeah, they were big.
Listen, I'm telling you, bro. I remember Chip they both went mad on it.
They both did, yeah.
But I remember Chip, this was before Chip became very lyrical. Yeah. And it was more his aggression and his energy. He's like, don't ever try run it like Chris Brown, double hype up, double get thumped down, cool solo, he'll bring up. Like, it was mad.
And do you know what? At that time, they were both like coming up, and it was like, who was gonna be the one to make it out of them two? Because they were the two young.
They were the two big ones.
I can't remember what gave me the idea. I think I'd done a couple of them playoffs as well. I can't remember who else had one, but I was just like, you know what? If I could get Chipmunk and Double S on this, two North London young MCs to go back to back.
So how did it happen? How did it happen?
I can't remember honestly because it was so long ago, bro. But that was probably my mindset. Just that these two are the young G's, and I'm only a few years older than them, but they're the young up and coming MCs that are going in right now. And there was not hostility between them, but it was like, who's the harder MC? We'll have them conversations in it. So I was like, you know what, let me do this. So I've done a couple of them playoffs. I can't remember who else had one, man. But
did Criminal have one? No,
because I didn't really work with Criminal on production.
Any Aftershock, man?
Someone from Aftershock, Crucial might have.
I was gonna say, I feel like it was Crucial.
Someone.
Maybe Crucial had one.
But yeah, and then the Chipmunk and Double S one just took off, bro. Everyone went mad.
Yeah, that was crazy. I just want to go back to that time and be like, because obviously I knew you was coming through. Everyone heard the name. Yeah. They knew you as a DJ. They knew you as a producer. Yeah. But how did you work your way into that space and become kind of not even that? I mean, like still when you was making these beats for the
Everyone
playoffs.
Is an Ironik beat.
Yeah. How did you work your way into that position?
What, into an artist or from DJ to producer to what do you mean? Like,
from DJ to producer. Like, how did you work your way into a position where you could go to the young G's, which were Double S and Chip at the time, and say, yo, I want you on this, and people respected you enough to go, yo, I'm jumping on this.
Do you know what? It took a lot, and especially at that time, East London were running things because that was where grime come from. So all the producers were from East. Terror Danger, Wiley, everyone was doing big things. Yeah. So I didn't feel like I was a part of being in grime as a producer yet. But just working with, you know, Cookie, Black the Ripper, artists like that who are...
Rest in peace, Black the Ripper.
Rest in peace, Black the Ripper, of course. they were all coming up at the same time as me, so we were all working together on the same speed. No one was bigger than the other. So when I would reach out to certain artists, they would just be like, yeah, let's do it, obviously. And then I would put out instrumentals on MSN, throw them out, and it would just cause hype.
MSN days.
Just send it all over. I remember, bro.
LimeWire.
LimeWire. I remember.
You know what? You're saying that, you're saying like everyone was on the same level and like everyone just wanted to work with each other. But to be honest, everyone back then was trying to spit. And it felt like you lot's circle was still a hard circle to get into.
Do you think?
100%, bro. Even I spat grime. Everyone spat grime.
Bars as well.
Yeah, and everyone had a little friend's studio they might go to and try and make a dub. But even though you lot hadn't blown yet, it was still, there was a level to get to.
Do you think? Yeah, see, it didn't feel like that being in it.
Swear.
Yeah, maybe because at that time, like I said, we were just grinding, putting out music, and it's a different time then because you're just making music for the love of it. Like Chipmunk would come to my house as kids, and we would just vibe out and make a rhythm. Like he knew my mom, and then we'll go shop, get some food, and we'll just make music, bro. Just have fun. So it weren't really like strategic, like thinking, oh, this one needs to bang, this one needs to go off. It weren't really like that.
Having fun.
We was having fun, and then like I said, I'll go on MSN, send it to every contact I had, and then it will run around North London. This new song's out. This new song's out.
Yeah.
But it weren't really in our heads that we're taking it to the next level until we started getting deals and that, bro. It was just for the love of music, bro, and watching all the grime artists from East London, like I said, come up. And then, yeah, man, it was a sick time for me. That was when I felt the most comfortable musically because I was just enjoying it, bro. Enjoying every moment of it. You know them ones. So.
One thing I respected always about you is that you know some people, they come from grime and then they feel like they have to keep this kind of street road persona and carry on with that and keep doing that. You came in the game as you. I felt like when you saw you on MySpace, you never tried to portray to be like the road man or whatever. Your thing was like always the girls. You made that very clear from the jump, and you just pursued it. I think people get annoyed more so when it's like
when you're trying to act like someone you're not.
Do you know what I mean? 100. Or you try and act like that, and then you switch it up, and then try and do the girl thing, and then switch it back, and then it don't. You've always kind of just stuck to your guns,
bro. I've got like the most respect I get is from some of the realest G's in the scene. Like when Gigs sees me, he's like, he shows respect, bro, because they know that. Shout out Gigs, the landlord. They just know that I've always just been myself, bro. I come in the game, and all I've just been a fan of is this culture and this music, and that's all I've done. And when I first wanted to be a rapper, I see like everyone was doing the grime thing, the hard thing, and I tried a few little bars, tried to fit in, not talking mad talk, but just try to fit in. But I just realized that, you know what, I'm more on the girlish thing, really. That's my thing, and no one's really doing that right now. So I just started writing some girl tunes, and then they started going mad, bro.
It was like you and Tiny at the time, wasn't it? That were the only ones really catering to the chicks in that way,
bro. Like I said, at that time it was just gritty grime bars. Like man weren't trying to be soft then. Like,
Channel U days, it was mad.
Tell the truth, what were the groupies like then?
Bro, I didn't really see groupies until
that first check.
Until the first check. The money changed everything. The music wasn't enough. Until I got that check, and then people started clocking he's a side artist and he's actually doing big things. That's when the groupies come into it. But it was a mad time.
What was it like dealing with fame at such a young age? Because you know we see examples like throughout life, like Macaulay Culkin, and then he's gone off the rails, and then you see like Justin Bieber, who's trying everything in his power to show he's a man now. And it's like you're someone that was more or less a child star, bro. Like you blew young, got money young. What was that like?
Bro, it was hard, bro. I can't lie, man. You know, just going through moments where you're not used to things like that, you know what I mean? Like being on the road 24/7 without your family, meeting different people every day, being put in situations that you're not used to. It was hard at the start, to be fair. But if I'm honest, I've always had a good team around me, my friends, my family, my mum especially, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out Mumsy. If I started acting any other way, she would put me in check quickly. And my mum and family comes from music, so they didn't really let the music thing change me and who I am. So they've always kept me grounded, bro. So thank the Lord. You know, I've had my moments where I've had ups and downs during it, but I've come out all right. Because like you said, bro, I know plenty of artists that came out at the same time as me, and some of them have kind of not lost it, but it's been hard for them, you know. them ones.
Yeah, there's a lot from that generation that you kind of don't hear about anymore.
Yeah, bro.
At all. Like, and it's difficult because that's what I wanted to speak to you about, man. Like, because from the outset, to anyone that's probably looking at the scene now, and obviously I say this with bare respect, like they would probably see you as not a relevant artist. So you look at someone
OG type.
as an OG. You look at someone like Tion Wayne or whoever Heady One. They're like the relevant, the in thing right now. How hard is it? Because I'm 10 years into presenting now. I started in 2010 when I was doing Mitch and Suave. And it's like, 10 years has gone by. How do I go another 10 years? You've been going for like, what, 15? Like, how do you...
Yeah, longer than that even.
Longer, exactly. So what is the key to longevity in your opinion?
For me, it's the love of music, bro. I'm just a big fan of this music so much that I wouldn't overstay my welcome. So if I know that man's starting to sound a bit washed, or, you know what I'm saying, starting to sound like people don't really care, then I'll just leave it, bro. But I walk down the street, people still say, yo, where's the next rhythm? When's the next album or project? So I'll keep making music for the meantime. But apart from that, bro, just the love of music and just seeing how far this thing can go and how far it's gone, bro. Like you said, from me and Chip being in my bedroom recording to now Stormzy on Glastonbury stage.
It's crazy.
Just seeing each door get smashed down, from Soul Solid Crew before us to then, you know, me coming from Channel U to smashing down the mainstream to, you know, like you said, Tion Wayne and that, where they're just charting, you know, effortlessly now. For me, that's what will keep me going, you know.
I don't know what's going on out there, boy. It's some car or something.
But the love of music, bro. Just being inspired by others. That is what will keep me going. But also thinking about what can I do next, bro. I'm the type of person that will always want to try and do something different. Like you said, DJ to producer to artist. I'm thinking, what can I do next?
I don't know what's going on out there, boy. Someone needs to sort their whip out.
Groupies outside waiting.
So A&R or whatever, like whatever comes next, or bringing through the new school, something like that, man. Just as long as I'm not overstaying my welcome, bro. As long as I'm a part of what's going on, I'll be happy, man.
Would you say, you know, we've got, as you can see,
as well.
Icon, he got us a gift. Icon by Ironik.
And this is a new venture.
It's only right.
Yeah.
Come on, let me check these
It's
out,
only right that I started this, really, to be fair. But you know, I think lockdown's been an opportunity for a lot of people to start new things, man, new ventures, you know, them ones.
No, of course. And that's what I wanted to speak about with the longevity thing, because obviously Ironik is a brand.
100%.
Craig Mitch a brand, Nick Dream a brand, and it's like, it doesn't... When you're known for one specific thing, people think, oh, that's the only thing you can do, and that's the only... You can do multiple things, and it's like you're showing this with the entrepreneurship. Would you classify yourself?
Then.
Come on, you looking fly.
Get me to Dubai now. Get me to Dubai.
I didn't know you lot styles, but I just kind of guessed. Yeah, those ones are the popular ones still. Come on.
I feel like Rick Ross. I can't lie. I feel like I'm on a yacht. What are we saying? We're going to do these in sunglasses, like all three of us on a quick one. It's crazy. No, but I was going to say, like, the longevity thing is like not just about music, because obviously, like you said, music can be a key to staying relevant and doing what you do, but just being an entrepreneur, man, like, would you classify yourself as a proper entrepreneur?
Now I would, bro. It took me a long time to kind of figure out the business side of things, if I'm being honest, and that can go back to, like you said, about fame and all that. That was another side that I didn't understand for years, bro. So I had troubles business wise throughout my years, but you get through them things and then you start learning, reading books, and kind of even this lockdown's giving me an opportunity to start a business like this, and then kind of go into that side of things where you can kick back with the music and do ventures like this, bro. And you know, like, we've never really had a lot of musicians in the UK kind of do that. If I'm honest, like in America, you had Sean John with P Diddy and all them other ventures that they got out there. Rockaware, but we never really had that. So I thought, you know what, let me start this sunglasses thing. And
no, these are dope.
See where it goes,
and it makes sense. Like I said, like you wear sunglasses. I like when people actually think about something that
they into.
And it makes sense. It has to make sense, bro. That's
imagine you're a rapper and then you start like promoting gardening tools. You'd be like, huh, bro?
You can invest in it, but you won't.
Invest in it, but you know what I mean? Like, with your name on it and stuff. But then, to be fair, like, George Foreman doing the George Foreman grills was a mad thing.
That was left.
Yeah,
that was left. Because he's a boxer. He was like a man.
But it worked though.
Bro, it's one of the biggest licks of all time. He made like 100 mil or something crazy off them grills,
what
bro.
What artist has gone left with them? Who has gone left with an investment?
A music artist. Who would you say?
Like Jay-Z ain't had no left ones.
50 Cent with that water was a bit left.
That was a bit random.
Yeah,
because they don't really go with the rapper.
He's always been a workout guy though. He's always been the gym guy. We came in it, running on the treadmill in there. He's been a fitness guy. So
Drake's a bit random. Like he's got candles and that out now, innit? Have you seen that?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
But then when you look at his yard, is it even random? His yard looks like a hotel.
He needs candles.
Do you know what I mean? It looks like he's trying to just like convey he's a luxury guy now. Like everything he does, the car, his Rolls Royce has an owl coming out.
I just imagine his yard smelling of oud.
Oud, innit? Habibti, please, Anna Akin. What does he say? Bro, your journey is something like I feel not enough people pay attention to. I'd say personally,
tracks with Elton John, you know.
That's my
legendary moment.
That is like
you're saying 3 top 10s.
Bro, come on. A couple top 40s, 3 top 10s.
No, but this is a time when it was hard to go top 10.
Bro,
like
really selling records, and even some like my first releases were CDs, so people were really going out there and buying the CDs
physically.
HMV. So it's been a mad journey, bro. Like you said, from the Chipmunk era with me and Black and Cookie to then mainstream era
motivation music.
Yeah, bro, and I appreciate you bringing it up because a lot of people give me my props behind closed doors, but you know what I'm saying?
We need to.
Bro. Like I said, when I was coming up and I was young, your music and the things you were doing, the moves you were making was a part of what I was doing and growing up. Obviously, I like the gritty stuff as well. I was listening to the Guests and Kano. Exactly, but there's 2 sides to it. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think that's what the UK don't do enough. Like shout out to GRM because they do like the Lifetime Achievement Awards, but we don't big up our own like
the
OGs in this. Yeah, the US
I think
they're good at doing that,
but we're kind of selective with it. And like I said, bro, like a lot of people hit me up behind closed doors or when they see me they big me up, but to say it out loud, it take like not a lot of people do that. If I'm being 100, but I don't want to be moany about what I've done. I'm very humble and I'll sit back and just let everything happen. But I appreciate you saying it out loud, bro.
No, come on, man. Speaking of you being humble, one thing I noticed about you, which is very dope, is that for me, it felt like when you took it to a next level commercially, and then there was people that kind of then went and took it even further. So like Tiny having passed out or whatever,
smashed it.
It seemed like there was just no animosity from you. Do you get what I'm saying? I never heard you. Do you know sometimes when people see people doing better than them,
they start getting bitter?
Yeah, you see little shorts or you see in interviews they don't really. With you, I've never seen that, bro. Heard that. It always felt like you was just happy to see the scene win and progress.
100%. And Tiny's someone that I came up with. I was his DJ for a hot minute at the start. Bro. A lot of people remember that I was Tiny Temper's DJ. So for me, bro, I love it. Seeing people succeed, for me, that's what keeps me going and drives me, bro. That if I see Stormzy on Glasgow stage, I'm thinking, bro, that's mad. Like, what can we do next?
Scene,
as a scene, bro. Like I said, I've really followed it from So Solid Crew and Heartless Crew and Garage to seeing where it's gone to now. I can only be happy about that. Like, you can't be bitter about it. You know them ones. And I'm such a big fan of this culture and what we've got here that I can only just be proud, bro.
So what would you say to people that? Because I'm just me analysing as a fan and looking at the industry and your journey. I feel like maybe the reason people wouldn't give you your props is because you were so commercial. It feels like...
I don't know though, because Chip was.
He was, but what I'm saying is it feels like today...
This is a good combo, but was Chip commercial?
Yeah, Oopsie Daisy was commercial.
But bro, remember, you got to remember, at that time, I can guarantee to you, when I made Stay With Me, I was in my bedroom and I just made this rhythm. I didn't think I need a pop song to be...
He wasn't being pressured by no label to make you...
And I can guarantee Chip was thinking the same. He was in the studio, Oopsie Daisy, we was on a Gellem thing and he just made Oopsie Daisy and it popped off to a popular mainstream level that now people call it pop. But at that time, none of us was thinking that. Maybe a couple were, but...
No, there was a few artists in the scene that were definitely thinking there's money to be made here and let me go this route, even if it isn't my roots, if that makes sense.
Well, after we started having success, there was a lot of, even some of the OGs that I know that started trying to do some
I feel like everyone was started trying to
but we never, well, me personally, I never. Maybe the Tiny Dancer record was a tiny bit of pressure from the label, but apart from that, coming in, nah, man, we weren't thinking I need to be this mainstream artist, but it happened. I mean, maybe you're right. We got too big, I think, that people kind of put us in.
Yeah, because I feel like in 2020, it's like almost cool to be independent. It's almost, even if you're not.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, actually. I was like, if you could turn back time, would you have been indie?
Never.
Really?
Bro, you see when I got that call from Atlantic Records?
Yeah.
I felt like man has made it now. Yeah. You got to think like that. Like, this is a label that's been around for so many years, bro, and generations. Like, I just know them from P. Diddy and T.I. and all these artists, bro. When we got that phone call, I couldn't believe it till I went to Warner Records offices, and I was like, this is real.
Yeah.
You gotta have goals and levels in it. So when I got to that level, I was like, all right, we've made it to this level now. What can I do next? I'm not just gonna think, all right, I've done it by myself. I need to, people can do that, but the labels are there to help, man, and take you to a next level, man. And they done their job. I can't complain. So
what would you say to artists? Because it seems like there's a lot of artists now, like established artists that have kind of, they're pulling the veil on the music industry, and they're saying the opposite of what you just said. Essentially, they're saying, we're getting bumped. They're taking our masters, and because of the internet now and the way social media is, it seems like the information is more readily available now about the music industry and record labels. So what's your experiences with the music industry and record labels? Because you've been there, done it, worn the t-shirt. Like,
I mean, look, the contract side of things, there can be some changes made. You know what I'm saying? Even my deal, I don't think was the greatest deal.
Yeah,
but I can't complain. That's my own fault. I took the contract, I read it, and my mum at the time, she was my manager. We read it and we got ourselves into that. You know what I'm saying? When Kanye West signed his deal, he signed that contract. For his masters to be given to them. So if you just pattern up, read your contract, make sure your lawyer puts in the right, you know what I'm saying? Then you're all good, man. Look, the labels are here to help. At the end of the day, I've seen it with my own eyes. Them take artists to other levels that we can't do by ourselves. I think personally.
What about in 2020? Do you think artists can do it by themselves? Because you got artists like Russ, right?
Yeah.
And Russ
Which
is
Russ?
going,
American Russ?
Yeah, American Russ, not Russ Millions.
Baby Shark.
Not Baby Shark. According to Steph. Shout out to Russ Millions though.
But is the American Russ fully independent? That's what we got to gauge, because there's a lot of artists that got distribution deals.
He's saying that he is, and he just doesn't.
He's going on interviews with like Dame Dash and stuff. So in my mind, he's getting the same type of backing
that he would
that you would from a label. He's not like he's fully Indian. He's out here on his own.
I think he puts his own money up, basically. That's that side of being independent.
So he made the money and put it into...
He had TuneCore. He makes the money off TuneCore and then just reinvests it into what he's doing and upscales. That's what he says he does. I'm not a fan of Russ like that.
All right, yeah. So, but he's got some good rhythms here. But if Russ was signed, do you think he would be bigger than what he is now? Because he's not fully a massive mainstream artist.
Not that many people know him.
He could be.
Potentially, but that's because but the thing is, he's at a position from the outside looking in where he can leverage that because he has a fan base now. So he could go to the record label, get more leverage, get more leeway in a deal that he wanted,
do what he wants,
and then go to the next level in that. That's kind of like what Nipsey did.
Yes.
Nipsey was independent for all those years, and then when he finally signed with Atlantic, it was on his terms because he'd spent...
But do you think Lil Baby would be as big as if he wasn't signed?
Potentially no, but remember, he's a real street guy in Atlanta. Like apparently he was known in the streets in Atlanta. Like he was already...
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's going to be known in the UK.
No, of course. But I feel like America's a different kettle of fish in general because you can blow in one state and be gone.
Right.
Gone. Like the labels know that. The label knows... Gucci Mane, he was independent for years in Atlanta. We're going to get to Gucci and Young Jeezy in a bit.
Legendary.
But while Young Jeezy was signed with Def Jam making all that money, Gucci Mane was just a legend in Atlanta in the street, independently making money. And it still works. So
it's different.
It's different in that way. I think in this country, trying to do it independently is quite difficult because there's just, first of all, there's not enough, black people in this country. Our culture's not... It's celebrated commercially.
It's getting bigger.
It's getting bigger and bigger, but it's still it's just not a black person country. England,
right.
Do you know what I mean? America, there's way more black people. Period. The population of black people is just bigger, so the culture and hip hop can thrive in a more way. But here it's kind of like it's difficult because it's smaller.
When I realized that when I was touring at first and I was going all around the country, like I was going to small parts of Scotland to small parts of England, little towns, bro.
Yeah,
and they just about knew who I was and who Dizzy Rascal was. Like they didn't know who anyone else was. And sometimes they might even think I'm Tinchy Strider. Like they don't like the rest of England. London's different, innit? But the rest of England, they don't really know exactly what's going on properly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
give me one of your maddest touring stories. One that stands out in your mind. It doesn't even have to be a girl thing or anything like that. Like it just something mad that you was just like, raw. How did that happen?
I'll say probably one of the first tour I went on was with Cascada, which is mad itself because she's like some commercial pop artist. But I remember we went on tour and I was just coming out of my mum's house, like just new to this tour life, And I was with my boy Jerome. We had a tour manager, but we was going city to city. Then we got to Newcastle, and I think this was the week Stay With Me came out. And it was like, I think the Monday it was at number 25. And then by the time we got to Newcastle midweek, I heard it was like number 5 or something. And then we got to the next city, Cardiff. And then I was like to my boy, Jerome, I was like, let's go shopping quickly. Let's go get a bit of clothes. I'm going to celebrate. Number 5 is mad.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. Come on. Bro. And at that time, no one had heard of that. So I was like, this is crazy. So we went to the shopping mall. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get that. And then we walked out the shop. And then one girl clocked me and she was like, "You're Ironik." I was like, yeah, but I didn't get this life because I weren't used to that. People asking for pictures. Yeah. I was like, yeah, you're right. Nice to meet you. So I took a picture. Then the grandma with her was like, let's take a picture, Ironik. Then the next person clocked. They was like, I need a picture. Let's get a picture. Then next thing I know, the whole shopping mall shut down. And this was the weekend we went to number 5. Bro, the security were like, you have to leave out the back entrance. From there, I was like, yeah, I think we took it to a next level now. Like this.
That was the moment it clicked.
That was the moment it clicked that we've gone to this next mainstream level and we've made it now. And from there, my life hasn't been the same, bro. From that day, but I remember that day vividly being on tour. So yeah, it was mad.
How have you found this year? Because you're someone obviously that's had bookings for ages now. Like that's your thing, whether you're DJing, performing, whatever it is. How did you find COVID, man? Because I got friends in the music industry and I've spoke to them and artists, and they've said, yo, this has been the most challenging. Like no one foresaw this coming.
Bro, imagine artists that are getting 30, 40 bags a show. Like, and non-stop shows every weekend, bro. Right. Imagine what they've... And
it's just stopped.
And they probably planned out their year. Like, I'm going to get 100 bags that month. 100 bags. That's my mortgage.
So that's coming in June, July. So here, I'm in March now. Let me buy this Lambo. Bro. And that's gonna make up for that down the line. Do you know what I mean?
Like, and for them artists, it must be mad, bro. But for me, it's more the creative side. Just me being out there and, doing what I do for the crowd, bro. DJing, like you said, whether it's DJing, just being out there, bro, I thrive off that, you know what I'm saying, performing and DJing, and to have that just cut. I remember my last show was like February, apart from Dubai recently, but
did you do a show in Dubai?
I done a couple shows in Dubai.
That's why everyone's there, isn't it? Is the bags out there?
Yeah, that's the only place man can work right now. I'm actually going back there in a few weeks to get a couple more bags, but
Youngin's out there, my guy Youngin, he's out there as well. Yeah, he's doing there's a couple of them doing it.
They were doing a show, innit?
I think Coca-Cola Arena. I didn't even know there was an arena called the Coca-Cola Arena in Dubai. They got different money, Get Coca-Cola to sponsor an arena.
That's mad. Dubai is different. But yeah, bro, just cutting the shows for me was a bit of an L. But at the same time, I was so used to doing shows every weekend, in and out clubs, bro, that it was kind of good to get a break and just kind of just relax for a bit. Finally meet my fiance and, finally speak
engaged, boy. Get a round of applause.
I didn't even know
that. Grown. Next chapter.
Bro, it's been a journey from me, like you said, the groupie time to now being settled. It's been a good journey still.
And you're happy?
Your fun?
Bro, super happy, man. I had my fun.
I saw the holiday pics, man. You look happy, bro.
Bro, she is my queen. Like, she's the reason why I'm turning into a businessman. She motivates me to just get it cracking, bro. She, if I'm being honest, she's another reason why I keep going, you know what I'm saying? And family, but she just keeps me going. If I'm not feeling confident, she will say, babe, keep your head up, man. Go do this. Even today, she was like, kill the podcast. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's lit, bro. That's what we need.
Just so mad about it as well, like, there's not enough examples of like artists, rappers that move like that. Like,
I know there isn't. Hailing up their woman and
I think Bugsy Malone recently started doing it. Shout out to Bugsy Malone.
He posts a bit here and there.
No, he did a post recently though where he was like, she's the reason I even got through that car crash and all of these. Yeah, like he did a proper post saying like, I realized like from that experience, because when you go through an experience like that where you almost die in a crash,
same, bro.
It will wake you up.
My experience in 2010, my incident that I got in, after that.
Wait, what incident was that for the people that don't know?
Stabbed outside my house and all that. It was in the papers.
Oh wow, I forgot about that shit.
But it took me like 3 years to get through that, and then I was still down, depressed, living out in Essex. But then I met the missus, and she's another reason like she
that brought you back up.
Back to normality and being that confident person that I was. For 3-4 years, I was just like, you know what I'm saying, quiet.
What was you feeling after that? Just hella paranoid and...
still till this day, bro. I haven't had therapy or anything, so I probably still got PTSD.
How come you haven't had therapy?
I don't know, man. Like, bro, for me, I don't know. People tell me I should, but I like talking to people. So I like talking to my missus. I like talking to my mum. If I feel a certain way, I'll speak to someone I actually know. But I don't know. Maybe I'm ignorant to the therapy thing. But I should probably, because I see little things that probably trigger me a tiny bit of my anxiety and things like that. Because it was a mad thing. Like, now looking back on it, now I'm older. Like, man actually ran up to me late at night, balaclava down, You know what I'm saying? Like,
by your home, that's
outside
like,
my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
And it was
me,
fully premeditated, like kind of thing.
yeah, set up. So for me, it's like that would definitely probably trigger something. Now I'm older. You know what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying, bro. That's mad.
Yeah.
I forgot about that incident. You know, I actually completely forgot about that, bro.
Yeah, I try not to bring it out too much, but talking about the missus, she's the reason why I came back full circle back to myself, bro.
Yeah.
So you got to
Sick,
give props,
man.
like you said, Bugsy Malone went through that. You got to give props to someone that helps you go back.
100%.
To that.
And even like I said, we're going to speak about it in more depth later. Gucci Mane, like when he came out of prison and he married
Keisha.
Exactly. You could see his transformation. He started taking his health seriously, started working out. Do you know what I mean? Now he looks
lean. Yeah,
he looks like the
as well.
guy. Yeah, he's 40.
He looked fly that other night as well, bro.
Yeah.
Gucci-
Well,
Gucci
do you know what?
though.
Let's get into that. Let's just go straight into that. We'll come back to you, Ironik. But
I'm just glad nothing popped off and we just got to see two OGs celebrated.
Two
It got a bit
icons.
heated.
Come on.
It got a very bit, I would say a lot heated, but
It was intense,
just good
bro.
to see. Yeah, it was intense.
Did you
was
watch
the
it live?
feeling.
Yeah? Did you watch it live?
I watched it live.
I watched it yesterday.
I watched it
Watching
live.
it, I felt intense. Like, I felt awkward a bit.
Bro, so
Really?
I said that
They were like
before
the opposite
camera.
end of the
this guy
room.
was on to me. I said, bro, I said exactly what you said. I said it was emotional comedy. He was like, grow up.
I was
man.
like, grow up. I did say that. I was
He
like,
did
grow
say
up.
that. Now that he said it as well, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I
you
didn't
have to
watch it
watch it
live, to be
live.
fair.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro, you're watching it live. Like, you
It's
feel
different.
like if something pops off now, I'm going to see this live in action.
Live,
Yeah, it's history, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
if someone pulls the gun out and does this here, I'm watching it on. There's 1.8 million of us watching this.
And also, I think the other verses I've seen, they're like interacting with the other artists, having fun. But
There
this
was
like they were separate.
no interaction.
No
Yeah.
interaction.
Apparently, that see how the stage was like that in because it was in Magic City, obviously legendary venue in Atlanta. Apparently, I've never been. Wish I could go. Probably won't be allowed now. Mrs. probably won't let me now. But in between, there's usually a stage there. Apparently they had that taken out, so they had their
Separate.
little separate
really?
things
They had to
just
try-
in case,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
Because if you're performing on the same stage that's connected, a man gets a bit cheeky. It's very easy to just walk over and square up.
I
Whereas
wonder if
you've
they
those
got
little platforms-
searched. Do you think they got searched before they went in? Or?
I don't.
You can't really search, man.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say? I think everyone came in strapped. I think
Is
people
it?
were their people
Yeah.
had to be strapped. I think that was just the stipulation. Like I'm coming. You lot saw the video of the security Gucci Mane
saw,
had.
bro.
I saw,
He pulled up in the Rolls
It's
Royce
like-
trucks. First of
I
all, the
wasn't sure if
trucks.
it was Joe Biden or Gucci.
You know what I mean? We said it was the president in the building.
No,
What was
but
happening
because of
there?
the time, though, look how many rappers are getting
Yeah,
shot
it's
up
mad.
right
No,
now.
word.
Yeah.
There's
Word.
something eerie going on in the street, so that was the sensible thing to
Well,
do.
apparently, he had $1 million worth of jewelry on.
For real.
I don't know if you
that,
saw the
didn't he?
video. If you saw the bracelet, Gucci Mane's
No,
been
he
the
said
IC
4
guy.
million. He said 4 million.
4
in the video.
milli in jewelry.
4 million.
He said 4 million.
crazy.
in jewelry.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what he said in the
That's
video.
silly.
And then Jeezy clapped back and was like, "Man, I own
Yeah,
half of
the
Atlanta."
state,
the
yeah.
state, yeah. I was like, "It's getting heated already."
No, he said no. First he said I got a 10. He goes, my outfit costs 10K, man.
Yeah.
Look what my opponent is wearing. When
Yeah,
he
that's
said
what he said.
when he said hey, no. Do not kill me.
Nah.
When he said look at what my opponent is wearing.
Man said opponent.
Not even Jeezy, look, not even him, not even look at what my opponent. That's when you know, right, it's a rivalry, you know.
Yeah,
He's my
this is it.
opponent.
Yeah. Gucci came to bully him a bit.
Yeah.
He did,
Even though he
didn't he?
came for let's come together, at the same time, man tried to kill me. I'm coming here to show that I'm
I don't
bullying.
feel like Jeezy
Yeah.
was getting bullied though. Contrary to popular
No,
belief,
I
I feel
feel
like he
like-
was trying it.
Because if you get bullied, it's how you take it. Innit?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he
true.
didn't take it like that.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
took it
yeah.
like
I
a
feel
man.
like he still stood on his own as a man, and I feel it's always. Contrary to popular belief, because they're both street guys and a lot of street people, because of the trap music they made, were invested in this battle.
100.
A lot of people, trap road guys, would have looked at him and thought, geez, you're moist, man. Like, you let him speak to you like that. But for me, and I know it sounds cliche, but it really does take the bigger man to
100.
take those shots in front of millions of people like that
Yeah,
and
100.
keep your composure.
Yeah.
That's harder to do than to react.
Yeah.
It's easier to react.
It is.
Because it's
Yeah.
an ego thing. We've all got egos. If man's trying to violate your ego, people get upset in a WhatsApp group if someone's chatting too much rubbish. Forget 1.8 million
Trust.
people watching it on their phones
Yeah.
around the world. I'm here in North London watching this battle. It's being seen everywhere. There's probably people in Africa watching it, bro. Like
How many? 1.8 million, innit?
One point. I think it
1.8.
peaked at 2.
Do you think people more tuned in just to see what's cracking, if something's gonna pop off?
Yeah,
So
100%.
there's the negative
People
side
had
of
their
things,
popcorn out.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the 2 Chainz and Rick Ross did it. They had about
didn't have that,
500,000.
And they're arguably
Yeah.
bigger artists
Yeah.
than both of them. So
More on a mainstream.
No, they are.
we
On
gotta
the
say.
mainstream.
Mainstream wise, yeah.
But then them lot are legends. Jeezy and Gucci Mane are legends.
Yeah, different. You know, Rick Ross was there.
Yeah,
Did you
I
not
see
see that?
it, yeah,
he
I
was
see it,
side stage next to Young
with
Jeezy.
the
There was
fur-
was
yeah.
he Jeezy's boy?
No, I don't think they're boys.
But he's on his new single, I think. So
he is. So there you go.
I feel like if you're standing with Jeezy, then you're making
More
it.
on his side.
They just dropped a new single together for Jeezy's new project. So, but the fact that Ross was there in the fur, but I don't know, Ross is a weird one to me because I'm like, we know it, and he gets respect in the industry because he says some mad stuff to Birdman, and Birdman hasn't really done anything. But still, I look at it and it's like, how comes he gets that respect when the officer thing was out there? Like,
he kind of just
they just glance over that.
It's just
a lot of artists we kind of allow certain L's we kind of just allow, like Drake.
But this is mad because this is
Drake's
culture.
got a few as well. Yeah,
but we look at Drake. And it's like, we understand that Drake was from Degrassi and he's not really... With Rick Ross, we look at you as a cultural guy. So it's like, it's really rare that guys that are from the culture, speak the culture, do something that the culture hates. Like,
but I think what that tells you is good music's undeniable. If you make good music...
That's what it is,
then it's like...
That's why people still listen to Tory Lanez now. That's why people still listen to Tory Lanez. People still listen to it because the music's... If your music's music...
That's the key. That's the major key.
I will never stop listening to Michael Jackson, right or wrong. Whether I don't know. No, I'm just saying. I will never stop listening
to R. Kelly though.
Certain men still listen to R. Kelly. Yeah,
some people definitely still listen to R. Kelly.
I might bump a little R. Kelly tune, but music's different though to their personal. Yeah. Get it?
We have this discussion on here all the time.
I don't know if I actively go on R. Kelly track anymore, but if I heard it, I can't help but.
It was my boy had a wedding at his reception the other day, and
when he played R. Kelly,
just Step in the Name of Love came on, and it's like you can't. It's Step in the Name of Love. Like you can't. I wasn't stepping. But the head was but I had my plate of chicken and rice, and it was like it was just the beat's the beat. Like you can't really.
Yeah, but did everyone sit down or people were still vibing?
There was people vibing. It was what I mean. It was a Greek thing. It wasn't it's not us.
It's not the culture.
It was Greek. So it's like that's what I'm saying. Like music's just. Do they care? No, not really. Like it's I don't know. It's all mad. But yeah, going back to the Gucci Mane Young Jeezy battle, man. This battle was.
It was mad.
It was crazy. If you watched it live, it definitely was an emotional roller coaster.
Who do you actually think won the battle musically?
I'm going Young Jeezy.
I think so as well. Because I think with verses, your tune selection is key. And your placements with the songs as well.
100%.
Innit? Because Gucci Mane's placements, I think, was a bit off. He was just kind of
over the place.
And he was just trying to attack man like bare disses from the jump. He played a diss from the start. His placement
went off on the first song though. To
what
start with round one. Round one. This is Gucci verse Jeezy. He came in with smoke. That was premeditated. I thought that was clever on his part, starting it like that, because once you come in with that energy, and he went first. So once you come in like that, unless Young Jeezy had a diss record to go first, which he didn't, because he started with the intro, it was kind of like, there's nothing you can pull out here that will counter this now, because he started with this energy, this aggressive. How do you counter that aggressive energy?
The only thing I didn't like was most of Young Jeezy's songs were from Frog Motivation 101. I feel like he just played
classic
that whole album though.
It's a classic album though.
You can't just play the album. Yeah, but if 50 Cent had a battle, he would probably play
Get Rich or Die
a lot of
it. Second song went Benchwarmers versus Trap or Die. Trap or Die is just a legendary song. So I think by that time when he came with the second disc, it was kind of like, because I like the way Young Jeezy actually counted it and said, you can do all these B-sides, I'm gonna do classics. Classics only. Then after every time he finished the song, he was like, classic shit only. Classic shit
even
only.
The DJs were going at it as well.
The DJs, that was more tense than them two.
No, but Jeezy said on a Breakfast Club interview, that just shows how much their beef had impacted people around them. Because that was, even the DJs hated each other, people around them hate each other, like their ends hate each other, like that beef was so real. It's mad.
And you're so mad.
Those DJs were going at it.
I see a lot of people cussing the DJs, like why are they getting so involved, why they were talking too much, and I was thinking to myself, if you know real hip-hop, right, I don't know if it was Jay-Z or someone, but hip-hop when it started, the DJ was at the forefront. It wasn't the rapper. That's how hip-hop started. Rappers used to open up for the DJs.
That's mad.
So I remember, I think it was Jay-Z saying it. It's like back in the late 80s, everyone would come to see the DJ spin and do that, and then the MC was the MC. He was just a mic controller that was like, yo, the DJ Cool Hertz here, let's get it cracking.
But also, if you're a DJ though, you've been traveling with that guy for like what years? You go on tours with him, like they're your that's your people. So of course you're gonna be riding out. Like
it makes sense. It makes sense. And they weren't offensive. Like DJ Holiday is a legendary DJ. Let them do their thing. But it was mad.
I do feel like he had more of the aggression for Gucci than Young Jeezy did.
100%.
I was looking at it like he was coming with more of the aggression. Young Jeezy was more on the like, and then you could see it just boiled over when Gucci dropped The Truth.
Yeah,
I think it was like around 17 he dropped The Truth.
It
got awkward.
Yeah, because before that it was just like fling a few songs on, and they were just Gucci,
there was a couple shots there.
Like that. Gucci was very like in between things. He kept saying sly little things,
sly little digs.
Yeah, but Jeezy was like, "Nah, let's keep it moving." Until The Truth come on, and then it was like, "Oh, I don't know I might even lock off the thing." That's what I was saying.
I see artists, I see celebrities just in the comments like the embarrassed emoji, like really? Whoa, bro. Even Drake was in there like, what is it? Like there was mad people in there going, "Nah, this is mad." Like, and I just thought, let's speak about that. Do you think he crossed the line doing that in that battle?
I don't think so, because you got to think, bro. The whole truth of it is Jeezy tried to kill him. You know, Jeezy tried to get man to kill Gucci Mane. So I know we're saying Jeezy allowed him, but for Gucci to come there and sit in front of someone that tried to kill him, like that takes a lot as well. So he's probably said, "Look, we can do it, but I'm gonna have to do my thing and play whatever I want to play." Yeah. And Jeezy knew that, so he agreed to that, bro.
Yeah, but where do you stand on disrespecting the dead?
Yeah,
so like,
that's why I didn't like.
My thing is this,
but he tried to kill him though.
No, I get that, but my thing is this, obviously he did try to kill him. And obviously he can perform the diss track because it's a song and this is a verses. But my whole thing was the extra thing, like I'm smoking on a Pookie pack, like all of these. Do you know what I mean? Like
that what they did.
Yeah, I buried him and dug him up. I'll bury you as well. Like this was after the track finished. The beat had stopped and he was still talking. Did you hear that? Yeah. He was going on like I'll bury you or something. I was like,
nah, he went left with that. And I think someone said in an interview that P from QC actually said that when Gucci got in the car after, he said I shouldn't have done that. Like, he knew he was okay. Apparently that's what was on Twitter, but he said he went a bit left. But
some man will enjoy that,
like, bro. That was the old Gucci coming out, bro. You know, he don't care, bro. You know what I'm saying? And obviously it was a moment for us. If that part of the end didn't happen, then it would have been a bit more mad. But because of the end part, how it ended, I think, I don't know. It was.
So if someone tries to have you killed, is it fuck them for life, or is there ever a point where you can get past it?
No, it has to be. I think.
Yeah.
Now, look, I've been through that situation. I know the people that tried it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It has to be. You know, you can't get past something like that, bro.
Yeah, but then what if?
It's a tough one, man.
What if? Because you got to remember that everything's context as well. So I'm saying that very generally because everyone's situation, like your situation, everyone's situation is going to be different context. With them two, the context is these are two of the biggest rappers from Atlanta, from the South, period, in the trap scene, right? They pioneered a subgenre. For the culture, did they have to do this for the culture to get past it? Is it something they had to do?
Where did the actual beef stem from? Like, what actually started their beef?
From what I know, it was they did a song. They did two songs together. They did So Icy and there was another song, right?
Jeezy says,
and apparently Gucci Mane put So Icy on his first debut album.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a conversation about where that song was going to land. That was the first thing.
Didn't get any royalties. That's what he says.
And also that. And also Gucci said that when he came to perform it, because back then, like, because he was independent, you needed to perform to really promote the song, go to clubs, perform it. He was reaching out to Jeezy to come perform with him, and he apparently declined and never came to perform anything. So from there, it was kind of like, and you know what? This is very similar to Nas and Jay-Z, you know? Because apparently, Jay-Z reached out to Nas to do Dead Presidents to actually lay those vocals. And Nas was like, nah, I'm cool on that. So then he went and just took Nas's voice, sampled it, and paid another publisher, didn't he, to get around it. And this is how it always breaks down when you've got two people that are kind of vying for a throne in a particular field or a particular space.
But this is my whole thing about the hip-hop beefs, is that ultimately Jeezy and Gucci knew each other, and they must have been some sort of cool to make a song. Same with Jay-Z and Nas, same with Biggie and Tupac. I'm like, how does it ever get that deep where you end up wanting to kill each other? And,
that's what I don't get. I thought it would have been over a girl or something.
Yeah, I was like, over music. Music should be bringing us together.
I think there are behind the scenes things we'll never know.
Isn't it, as well? Ego. Man.
No, but there'll be things we just don't even know about. Like his boy could have beefed his boy from before, and now it's like, oh no, you can't chill with them. Or it could have been they could have ran into it. Like there's so many little things we didn't remember. Camera phones weren't really around like that back then. Since 05, 04, 05. Like everything now is documented. Like everyone's on Snapchat, everyone's on Instagram, everyone's on WhatsApp spreading things. Back then it was literally word of mouth. So there's so many things we probably didn't see that transpired between them, conversations they had that only they will know and the people around them will know. But that's why I think it's even more deeper than even we know. Because we just see it as deep because someone got killed and there was this happened, he ran up on him and
he killed him.
But really, there could have been so many other small things behind the scenes, bro. Even money things that we don't know about. Yeah. Like who got paid for this? People beef over money all the time.
Yeah.
There's people that beefing over a bag, a rack, something as small as a rack.
Yeah.
When they're making songs of this level, it's like, obviously I'm just speculating. I don't want to speculate too much. But I can just imagine there's loads of little things we don't know about.
It can't be just over the start of that one song. And
royalties.
But yeah, man trying to kill him, bro. And just, you know how Gucci thinks, bro. I don't know. Like, he couldn't get over something like that.
Yeah, I don't think he could.
Like even till now, like they're cool, they've done their thing. I don't even feel like Gucci's still like.
Yeah, they're never gonna be.
They're never gonna be. Listen, we were saying off camera, like they're never gonna. They're not spending Christmas around each other's house. They're never. They may make a song just to get some money, but I don't think
that would actually be smart. Or a tour.
Of
That's
course.
what I think.
That would be smart.
There's money there. If they
Money.
did a tour when things open up again, there's
Money.
If they did a joint album or tour,
Do you know what I was saying to my guy? Yeah, I was saying, like, it's mad that like the media and that and the papers ain't picked this up, that they got together and it was all good. Because imagine if something did pop off, and someone got hurt, or that would have been all over white media.
All over, yeah.
Like it's mad that hip hop's glorified as this bad thing, but they never want to show the positive side, or maybe that's just media in itself. It doesn't ever want to show
it's
that
true,
these two mainstream artists come together. Nothing happened. They went to the club after. Nothing happened. Everyone behaved. But if something popped off, front page, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
Quickly, you're right. Daily Mail writers are just on the laptop getting neck
it goes
pains.
back to negative news sells more than positive.
Exactly.
You think we'll ever get a T on Heady versus?
Oh, that's what I say.
You don't think so?
We won't know until they're 40. We won't know until they're 40. They got a long time before they're 40, bro. These are like their early 20s. But well, only time. Listen, I always say time's a healer, man. And I know there's some things that just can't be healed, like for whatever reason. But I feel like it's all to do with your headspace and
100.
where you are at as the individual. Do you know what I mean? If you're in a place where it's like, bruv, I'm just not on beefing, man. Like, I'm getting so much money. I'm married. I've got kids. I'm happy. I'm living comfortably. I'm doing deals. When I'm saying this, I'm thinking of Gucci Mane.
Yeah.
That man's collaborating with, when he started out and he named himself Gucci Mane, it's because he was trapping so much he could afford to buy Gucci when no one could. Now he's done campaigns with Gucci.
Yeah, big. That's different.
He probably could never have fathomed that. Like, he's in a whole
£4 million jewelry.
Yeah, mad.
Come on, man. Like, it's
4 million.
It's crazy.
Now.
The baguettes he's rolling with, you can't find them in Subway. Like, this is different. These are different type of baguettes, bro.
The baguettes.
Do you know what I mean, bro? These are crazy diamonds I saw him rolling with, bro. The fur, even though he was like, look at my opponent, look what he's wearing. The fur Jeezy had on, I guarantee you, is
couple bags in
what?
it. Couple bags.
They were saying Tupac was back. That's what I saw. The memes I saw.
So rude, bro.
Tupac was back for the verses.
What, because of the way he was dressed in the vest
with the bandana and all that.
Okay,
but he's staying true to him, innit? Early young Jeezy wore the bandana all the time. You've seen the cover of Trapper. That he's Fog Motivation. That's him, man. He just tried to tap in. I respected Gucci because he wasn't afraid to drop the kind of commercial hits. Like the one with Bruno Mars caught me off by surprise.
Yeah, did he drop that one?
Yeah,
Did he?
Yeah.
I smoke till I'm drunk.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about the song
You can
with Drake.
tell me I am.
Bro, I was wondering how many Drake songs he was gonna drop, because they got a list of
few,
bangers.
haven't they?
But see, both when he dropped both,
Mad.
it taught me back to Visions.
I haven't heard that
Visions
song in ages
Dalston,
ago.
bro,
Yeah.
getting lit. It taught me back to Visions, bro. Like, I remember being drunk in Visions. I don't usually do it, so I'm drunk all night. I'm both right now. And then it's that part where it drops.
About that song.
Yeah, I'm both.
Yeah, I'm glad Gucci played that part as well.
Yeah, Gucci went hard on that song as well.
Yeah, he spaz.
He's like, what did he say?
Call Drake to
Canada. Yeah, he said Drake get me into Canada. He was that was hard. But the thing is, I think Jeezy countered that with a mad song though.
Did he play the Jay-Z one? Or did he play
Seen
a
It All,
whole
didn't
Go
he?
Crazy. He
Yeah,
played
Go Crazy, that was it,
Who
yeah.
took that round?
I think Jeezy.
Nah, I say Gucci.
Really?
But I'm a number one Drake fan.
yeah.
So.
Saying Light Skin Alliance.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I'm a Drake fan like that as well. But you know what it is? Nah, I had to give that to Go Crazy though.
For real?
Do you know what it is?
Go Crazy.
But it's more.
it's tight.
But
It's
it's more
tight.
Ho's verse on that though.
Yeah.
Than Jeezy, because Jeezy bodied the hook, but Ho's verse on Go Crazy is mad.
Yeah, it's mad.
Do you think Jeezy knew that he was gonna play the Drake one? So he's like, let me play the Hove one, then I got my feature too.
I think so. I think he would have told his DJ as soon as he plays that Drake one,
Draw for the
definitely.
Because when you're going on them level,
you have to put out the A-list.
But you're right, Gucci, he still had loads that he didn't play as well. Like, he had bare songs he didn't play, bro.
Yeah, bare. I like to play Lemonade as well.
Yeah,
I love Lemonade. That song is just like, it's just, that's just, I don't know, it's just a feel good, like, Gucci went through that period where you could just tell he was on mad drugs. I was just making like bouncy trap songs and, listen, their catalogs are deep.
It was
Gucci's catalog is very, very deep.
Even some songs I didn't know, but I know that in Atlanta, they go love mad.
Yeah. It's like us, like we'll have grime songs that if any of these grime artists made it to the world stage and they played it, we'd be going crazy locally in London and England, but other people be like,
they won't know
and that's the kind of, do you know what I mean? I feel like listening back to the songs, I'll be honest, a lot of Jeezy did win, but a lot of his songs didn't age well. Yeah, they felt very much trapped in that time.
Yeah,
I said that about Dizzy when we was talking about Boy in the Corner not long ago at the Radio Awards when he performed. I feel like Boy in the Corner is a certified classic. For me, it's like our Illmatic in the sense that it depicted London. It depicted street culture in London
at that time.
At that time, it was the first album.
The way Nas depicted kind of like New York inner city life at that time and brought you into that world. My problem with Boy in the Corner was just like
when you
the production felt very much trapped in that time. When you listen to that production, that Fruity Loops production or whatever it was, today
it wouldn't.
You can't really drive in your car and vibe to it the same way, but you appreciate that. It's amazing.
A lot of artists are like that. I say that about Eminem. A lot of his music for me hasn't aged the best.
Do you know
what I mean?
I agree with that.
And that's an important thing as a musician. You want your music to last, but you're never gonna know anyway. But
timeless.
Timeless music. But you could feel with Jeezy, it took you back to that time.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't really fit into now.
There were some songs, you know, like Go Crazy. You can always listen to a song like that.
Survivor still.
Soul Survivor did his thing. That's a hit. That's his biggest hit. Even what that song with Bankroll Fresh? That song was hard. What was it called again? When
is that the one where Gucci said, Bankroll Fresh had you on that?
He said Bankroll Fresh hold you down. But I remember that song coming out and it was a big song. Like everyone was like vibing to that song in the streets. And it's like, there were songs that aged well,
but majority just
felt like it's that
what about Gucci's? Maybe that's why Gucci was playing a lot of the new. He was saying I need to play some new stuff.
That was his edge, I think, for Gucci. That he's more musically relevant
still
today.
Relying on
when he dropped the Migos song, I get the bag, you get the bag.
That was hard.
That song there is in Italy. But you could feel it. It's like that's when Jeezy knew. It's a bit sticky right now. It's a bit sticky because it's like I ain't been like him for the last 3 years. He rebranded himself very well, Gucci. Man, people have to give him
100.
Even in that song, he says even Jay-Z can co-sign for me. When I heard that lyric, I was just like, you know, you're a real guy when you're from the street and you're respected in the street, and someone like Jay-Z still co-signs you, even though Young Jeezy is basically almost like Jay's artist.